First was always MCing. Maybe from like 7th grade, man, I would say. So we talking like maybe 89. You know what I'm saying? That's when I wrote my first rhyme. Was like 1989, man. So from there, you know, I was just a fan. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember what the exact rhyme was, but I'm sure that it was probably whack as hell. I'm sure. I'm sure. But just from there, man, you know, I was in, you know, like 1 or 2 crews throughout the 90s. You know what I'm saying? And nothing like really, you know, popped. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that like we was really looking to really get on like that, man. We was just fans of the culture and just, you know, just spitting our rhymes. You know what I mean? So first it was always that, man, MCing. And so I had kind of stopped rapping, man. Well, I never stopped writing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, because like I really didn't start rhyming like over actual beats until maybe 2 or 3 years after I started learning how to rhyme. You know what I mean? So I really didn't need beats to write. You know what I mean? So I always kept that, you know what I'm saying, with me. You know what I'm saying? I was always like, well, as long as I have my words memorized, you should be able to pretty much spit it to any beat, because you can, you know, play with it, you know, this, that, and the third. But so back to the beats, man. I really didn't start making. I started making beats, man. Really, like maybe 2000 and maybe 18. I want to say, man. Yeah, I didn't start making beats until way down the line. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just kind of like, well, okay, I want to learn how to make beats. It just hit me like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I know what a dope beat should sound like. You know what I'm saying? We've been listening to these samples since we've been, you know, 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old, you know. So you know what a good song should, you know, sound like. So I bought the Ren, MPC Renaissance. And I bought the Ren, and so I was trying to get tips, man, because you know I'm like all over the place. One of my good friends, Tony Baines, if you know Tony Baines, he didn't want to help me, like, you know, hook it up. I bought it, and he came over. He bought me the, you know, wires and, you know, plugs with me. Like, yeah, you gotta, you know, hook it up like this, hook it up like that. And this was like maybe 2000 and maybe 18. So this is just really recent, man. You know what I mean? And so I was done rhyming. And so I'm getting, you know, beat tips. I'm trying to pick, you know, say everybody's brain who knows anything about, you know, making beats. So there was this kid named Taylor. His production name is T the Human. So he would always post beats and shit. I'd be like, man, his kid right here, you know, so his beats is nice. So let me ask him how he, you know, got that kick to sound like that snare, whatever. So I hit him, and he's like, yeah, you know, he gave me, you know, a couple tips. So I did what he told me to do, and I sent him the beat back. And he was like, yeah, the beat is cool, but who is that's rapping over? I'm like, oh, that's just me, just trying to, you know, fill the beat. And so he was like, man, you kind of nice. And that's what sparked the first album, which is T and the Human. You know what I mean? So I wasn't really looking to even make an album yet. You know what I'm saying? Because my whole thing is that whatever I do next is gonna be over my own, you know, beats or whatever. And but shit just didn't work out that way. But it was definitely, man, you know, rhyming first, and then years later, man, I decided to stop making beats. You know what I'm saying? Years later. Well, man, just because, you know, maybe 99.9% of the music that I've listened to, you know what I'm saying, whether it's East Coast hip hop or, you know, West Coast hip hop or Chicago hip hop, it was always heavy sample. You know what I'm saying? So it was always heavy sample. So that's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ask anybody, you know, their favorite songs or their favorite producers are gonna be heavy sample producers. Whether you're talking about Premier Dilla, RZA, Pete Rock, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So that's really all I knew. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's just something about a sample, man. You know, like if I could afford an actual, you know, live band where I can go to and be like, hey, play this and let me put some drums behind it, you know, or whatever, then I would, man, you know, I would definitely do that, man. But just sampling, man, is just something about it. You know what I'm saying? And just because, like I said, all of the music that you love and that probably I love is heavy sample based, man. Heavy sample based, you know. So just, you know, and then just the, you know, music, man. Yeah, you know, the music from the 70s, 60s, 50s, or whatever you digging for, man, is you know, timeless, man, music, man. So sampling to me is very important, man. I'm gonna say that 100% of my beats are samples. You know what I'm saying? 100%.